Hello everybody, I'm Chris, I'm from Blackout Ballistics, and this is episode 12 of a series that we created to demonstrate the flash performance of different suppressors under the IR and visible spectrum. Something I've noticed is that a lot of the other YouTube channels that demonstrate flash performance contain various inadequacies within their test environment, such as not enough variations in barrel length, not enough variations in ammo types, or not even letting the suppressor cool down evenly between tests. However, there is a quick disclosure about this series you should be made aware about within this video. First, let's talk about my test environment. I will be using 3 common barrel lengths for 5.56. The first being 11.5, the second being a 14.5, and the third being a 16-inch. For ammo, I will be using 2 commonly found ammo types. The first being Winchester White Box M193, and the second being Wolf 55 grain 223. It's important to note that both of these ammo types do not contain any flash suppressant additives. However, with other various powders found in alternative ammo, they may burn cleaner and directly affect flash suppression. For the B&T Print XH, we will be using a Forward Control Designs 3P15 and a Reardon Atlas XL. Included in our demonstration procedure, we ensure the suppressor cools down for 5 minutes under a fan before moving it to a different ammo type or a different platform to circulate air back in the suppressor to replicate first round pop. Listed on screen are the weather statistics pulled from that night. We utilized a Kestrel 5700 Elite for our readings. Next listed on screen is how we have the camera set up. 10 yards to the right of the shooter is an iPhone 14 Pro filming in 1080p at 240 frames per second. Paired with the setup is an L3 white phosphor PVS 14. Also at 10 yards is an iPhone 16 Pro filming in 4K at 60 frames per second. The shooter is wearing a Grec night vision recorder filming in 1080p at 60 frames per second paired with an Elbit PH white phosphor tube. Lastly, there's a Sony a7S II filming in 1080p at 60 frames per second placed 40 yards away from the shooter and 10 yards away from the target. This camera is the perspective of what it would look like to be shot at. This is paired with an Anvis green phosphor tube. As we progress with this series, so will our camera equipment and procedures, and we will disclose what changes are made to you prior to the test in an effort to make constant improvements towards our test case. Let's see how the B&T Print XH does.
All right guys, first start off the firing order. We're going to be starting off with the 11.5-inch upper. We're going to be going from brass to steel case. All right, guys, that was 11.5-inch upper. Now we're gonna hop over to the 14.5 and see how that does. Again, we're going from brass to steel case. All right, guys, that was the 14.5-inch upper. Now we're gonna go over to the 16-inch and see how that does.
Now, before we end today's video, there's one important thing you should know. You should know that I'm an unsponsored YouTube channel, meaning everything you saw in today's video was not sent to me for free by a company, and everything you saw today was also self-funded. What that means for you as the viewer and the end user is that you get clean and unbiased information. So if you like what we're doing with this series, or you like night vision, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It helps the channel a ton. Again, guys, I'm Chris. I'm from Blackout Ballistics, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.